California news. Brandi Carlile, Yola, and Allison Russell lead the nominations for the 2022 Americana Honors Awards with 3 nods each, the Americana Music Association announced during a live unveiling Monday afternoon at Nashville's National Museum of African American Music. Adia Victoria and the duo of Robert Plant and Alison Krauss also fared well in the voting, each drawing 2 nominations in a small crop of categories, where it's generally not possible for any artist to get more than 3 noms in a single year. The Americana Honors Awards show takes place September 14 at the Ryman Auditorium and is the flagship event during the AmericanaFest conference, which will take place for a 22nd year at venues around Nashville on September 13 to 17. The fact that the announcement ceremony was being held at a museum honoring Black music and that the entertainment at the event was being provided by Victoria, the duo The War and Treaty and the Fisk Jubilee Singers, was a pretty strong tip-off that the nominations would be marked by a good deal of racial and gender diversity, in contrast to the Americana genre's one-time reputation as a bastion of white men. And the heavy representation for women and/or people of color really was reflective of which Americana artists were capturing attention in 2021-22. In the Key Album of the Year category, all 5 nominations went either to women or, in the case of Plant and Krauss, to an act where a woman is equally billed. And 3 of the 5 nods went to albums by Black women. Russell's Outside Child, Victoria's of Southern Gothic and Yola's Stand for Myself will face off against Raise the Roof by Plant and Krauss and In These Silent Days by Carlile, who has come to be the primary public face of the genre in the last 2 to 3 years. Women dominate the Artist of the Year category, with Carlile, Russell, and Yola up against 2 of the genre's top touring attractions, Isbell and Billy Strings. 2 of the nominees have won Artist of the Year before, Isbell in 2015 and Carlile in 2019 and 2021. In the Emerging Artist of the Year category, women account for 4 out of 5 nominations. That is where Victoria picks up her second nod, joining fellow nominees Sierra Ferrell, Neal Francis, Brittany Spencer and Morgan Wade. It's something of a surprise not to see Russell in this category as well, as Outside Child is her solo debut, and she was almost indisputably the genre's breakout this year, but the Americana Association may have taken into account her long history of work in duos and groups, or thought that her strong contention as an overall Artist of the Year superseded the necessity to put her up in a newcomer division. Women also account for 3 out of 5 nominations for Song of the Year, with Yola, Russell, and Carlile again being represented there. And the Duo Group of the Year category also has female-fronted or co-fronted acts taking 3 nods, between Big Thief, The War and Treaty and Plant and Krauss. Russell has had a very high-profile last few days. Prior to getting 3 nominations from the Americana Association, she won the Juno Award for Best Contemporary Roots Album in her native Canada on Saturday, then traveled to Nashville Sunday to duet with Emmylou Harris at the Celebration of Life for Naomi Judd. A broadcast partner for this year's Americana Honors is yet to be announced. In the past, the show has been simulcast or aired at a later date on SiriusXM, PBS, Access, Circle Network, CMT and other platforms. Also yet to be announced is which legends will get the Lifetime Achievement Awards that make up at least as big a part of the program as the 6 yearly competitive awards. A full list of nominees: Album of the Year in These Silent Days, Brandi Carlile, produced by Dave Cobb and Shooter Jennings. Outside Child, Allison Russell, produced by Dan Knobler. Raise the Roof, Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, produced by T Bone Burnett. A Southern Gothic, Adia Victoria, produced by Mason Hickman and Adia Victoria, executive produced by T Bone Burnett. Stand for Myself, Yola, produced by Dan Auerbach. Artist of the Year, Brandi Carlile, Isbell, Allison Russell. Billy Strings, Yola. Emerging Act of the Year, Sierra Ferrell, Neal Francis, Brittany Spencer, Adia Victoria, Morgan Wade. Song of the Year, Canola Fields, James McMurtry, written by James McMurtry. Diamond-Studded Shoes, Yola, written by Dan Auerbach, Natalie Hemby, Lee Tasjan and Yola. Juanita, Sturgill Simpson. Feet, Willie Nelson, written by Sturgill Simpson. Persephone, Allison Russell, written by Jeremy Lindsay and Allison Russell. Right on Time, Brandi Carlile, written by Brandi Carlile, Dave Cobb, Phil Hansareth and Tim Hansareth Duo Group of the Year Big Thief Los Lobos The Mavericks Robert Plant and Alison Krauss The War and Treaty Instrumentalist of the Year Ethan Ballinger Brian Farrell Larissa Maestro Shelby Means Justin Moses Optional Screenreader. Thank for your California news.